Can men really be snatched?
Man can be snatched. He's not a dog.
Man can and will be snatched.
Hey people, welcome once again to my channel. So, as I was getting ready for work this morning, I came across a story that caught my attention, and I couldn't wait to get back to discuss this with you all. So, as the story goes, a lady called Anita Ophili killed her friend called Glory Okon for snatching her boyfriend. Get this, she waited 10 years, 10 whole years to exact her revenge. That's gangster. Anyways, according to the story, Glory and Anita had been friends for over 2 decades or so, and for some reason they drifted apart. And I guess between that timeline, Glory started dating Anita's boyfriend, and Anita obviously was not happy about it. But according to the story too, they reconciled, say, about 2 weeks to the incident of Anita killing her friend, and everything was supposedly good. Glory came over to visit Anita. She spent the night there. While she was at Anita's place, the worst happened. In the dead of the night, Anita attacked Glory. It was said that it was the landlord's child that heard the commotion, and she peeped through the window and saw someone wearing a mask attacking another person, and then she raised alarm, which then made other people in the vicinity to come around, and then they broke into the room where the commotion was happening, only for them to find out that the person doing the stabbing is Anita and the person being stabbed was Glory. Shocking, right? They restrained Anita and tried to get help for Glory, but unfortunately she passed, and then Anita was arrested, where she eventually confessed to everything that happened and why she did it. Guys, this is really crazy. This is so crazy because personally, I feel Anita would have been living in bondage for the past 10 years, holding that kind of grudge against her friend and her boyfriend, especially her friend. I mean, she couldn't move on. She couldn't find it in her heart to just move past what had happened. She held it in. Do you know what it means for somebody to hold grudge for like a day, a week, not to talk of 10 years? That's a long time, people. That's a really long time. And for what? Over a man that chose someone else over you? Come on, like, I don't understand it. I mean, it's not even her husband. And even if it's her husband, like, did you have to go that far? Why couldn't she just let it go? I get that she would have been hurt. I get that she would have felt betrayed. But, I mean, she should have just cut off the relationship from that lady, knowing fully well that, okay, this is definitely not my friend, and cut off the relationship from the man, knowing fully well that this man is definitely not for me. I mean, someone that cannot respect you enough to not date your friend. Or, you know, I don't know why people take out their anger on the person their partner is cheating with, or the person that their partner moved on with. Now, in this particular case, I get that the lady in question is Anita's friend, so it may have taken a little bit longer to get over it. But I find that most times women, especially women, tend to blame the person that their partner is cheating with rather than their partners. And I don't think that's the right thing to do, because it takes two to tango. I mean, she's claimed that Anita snatched the man, but it was eventually the man's choice to move on. And that actually brings me to this question. Can men really be snatched? Let's think about it deeply. Because over the years, we have seen stories online, even celebrities have been involved in these snatching issues. Oh, she snatched my husband. Oh, she snatched my husband. Can a man really be snatched? Because if you look at the word snatched, snatch is something that was taken forcefully, even without the consent of the person. So if you're saying snatch, that means the woman forcefully took the man out of that relationship, even against his will and things like that. I don't know, does it really happen like that? Because to me, It doesn't. It takes two to tango. Whatever made the man decide to go with that person, it's his personal decision. So when I hear people say snatch, 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 I'm always wondering, like, I don't get it. Can men really be snatched? Can a woman, a man, can anybody really be snatched? Because as long as you're not putting a gun to the person's head, there is nothing compelling that person to live against their will, then there's no snatching involved. Guys, I don't know what you think, but today, as I got to the office, I decided to get the opinion of especially my male colleagues, because I needed to hear from guys to know if it's possible for men to be snatched, or if it's just me that is thinking that men cannot be snatched as long as it's something that they are willingly involved in. So do you think men can be snatched?
Yeah, absolutely. If the guy is not disciplined, if he's not
To his partner, yeah, he can be snatched.
I don't think it's right to say a guy can be snatched. Anybody that gets snatched actually wants to be snatched. So there's a reason to every action. So you can't just conclude if you don't know the backstory, right? But I feel it's wrong to just say, oh, the guy was snatched. No, the guy decided to go. And so does it apply to women? The woman decided to go. She was not snatched. I mean, any grown-up should know better. Oh, I'm stuck with this man, or I'm stuck with this lady, whatever it is.
it's a decision, but then in a way, by looking at it in a different perspective, the other person who is not in your relationship snatched you.
No, the person poached you, and you agreed to sign over. It's as simple as that.
I think it is a possibility, yes. Okay. Based on maybe the male might be seeing something else from the outside, something that might be better than what he has.
Or do you call that snatch anyway?
If the party without outside relationship makes any active move to say, okay, I want this guy for myself, you understand, that becomes process of snatching. And then when the guy reacts and says, yes, I will do this, I will leave my current woman or girlfriend for this person because I've seen a better, spec and all that, then that is now the act of being snatched.
Well, I think a man that wants to be snatched can be snatched. But generally speaking, a man shouldn't be snatched. A man can be snatched. If you know what you want, you're decisive, nobody can snatch you. So for men that are being snatched, there are men who don't know what they want. A man that knows what he wants cannot be snatched. He's not a dog.
A man can be snatched if he's still in the playboy zone, right? If he's not ready to just probably put his pants in one place. So yeah, he can be snatched. And a man can also be snatched if he's not getting the right kind of action back home.
So, but do you call it snatched?
Yeah, I would use the word snatch. I mean, for example, if he's not getting the fulfillment he wants back at home, and I'm not talking about sex, now I'm talking about in all angles. He's not getting the peace of mind, he's not having a wife that is contributive and all of that. So yes, he might look outside, not intentionally, and if there's a Jezebel out there, then he might get snatched. So yes, a man can and will be snatched.
So guys, you've heard what my colleagues had to say. Some of those guys are married, some of them are not. Some of them believe that a man can be snatched depending on maybe the situation of their relationship with their partner or spouse at home. And so many reasons that they gave, like you all heard. The bottom line is whether you believe a man can be snatched or a man cannot be snatched, you need to focus on yourself when a relationship goes south. When a relationship ends, when a relationship doesn't work out, it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of you. Look at Anita. She ended the life of her friend and ended her life in the process. Yes, because by killing her friend, she definitely will pay the price for killing her friend. She threw her life away just because she couldn't get over the fact that the friend snatched her boyfriend. And this is her boyfriend we're talking about, not even her husband. And even if it's her husband, do you have to go that far? While I was going through the comments, I saw people saying that you shouldn't deliberately hurt people because not everybody has a forgiving spirit. That may be true. Not everybody has a forgiving spirit. While I agree that people should not deliberately hurt people, I do not agree that because someone hurts you, you should go as far as killing the person. Another lady even shared her own experience of her husband sleeping with 2 of her sisters, which she eventually found out. She eventually left the marriage and she found peace. And years down the line, she even met someone, according to her, she met a peace of mind in human form, and she's been married to that person now for 6 years and also have kids with that person. That should be the spirit. That should be the approach. The focus should be on you. Your energy should be spent on you, not on the people who hurt you. Because if you keep on brooding over it, thinking about it, it will just keep festering and building up. It will just eat you up on the inside. And that's exactly what happened with Anita in this case. We are human beings and we have emotion, but we should be able to control our emotions. We should be able to realize when people are not good for us, when people are no longer needed in our lives, and let it go. It's crazy to think that you will cross the line. Like, no matter what happens, there are some lines you just don't cross, irrespective of how you feel. Taking another person's life is a line that nobody should cross. Nobody has the right to take another person's life. Nobody should have the power to take another person's life, no matter the circumstances, and especially not over a man that chose to leave you for another person. I mean, if only Anita could have just focused that energy on herself, finding herself, understanding herself, loving herself better, opening up, she would have probably found somebody way better than that guy, and should have been able to move on and forget about her friend. I know that it must have been hard. Like, she must have felt really betrayed, like her friend, like really close friend for a very long time. But crossing the line and taking her life is obviously not the solution. It might just satisfy her anger at that time, which she had held for so long. I think she must have been crazy. Like, she must have been nuts. She must have completely lost it, because I don't understand how a human being can even hold grudge for that long. I can't even hold a grudge for more than a day or two, and somebody held a grudge for 10 years. People just do crazy things, like crazy things all the time when it comes to love, when it comes to relationship. Anyway, guys, I really want to know what you think about this story. Leave a comment in the comment section. Tell me your thoughts. Please remember to like this video, share, and also subscribe if you haven't. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video.